everything, including a bucket of water. So don't take a photo and say, is this happening in Gauteng? It's happening in Gauteng because they've just arrived. They must sit on top of something. But our furniture team monitors this situation. So we will replenish and give them furniture. So you'll see our classrooms, good people. It's something that worries me big time. You'll literally see learners sitting on top of each other because their classrooms are full. When we are still waiting for mobile classrooms and other classrooms, these learners will be congested in the classes because the numbers are just huge in Gauteng. But we are working on those things, including scholar transport, school nutrition, and other related matters. I want to give learners that doubt their results this information. It's very important. The learners that believe, no man, the mark that I received is not the mark that I thought I got. So all these learners have the opportunity to remark or recheck their scripts. So candidates might apply for rechecking or remarking of their examination answer scripts. The closing date for applications for recheck or remarking is 18 January 2019. So on the 18th of January is the deadline if you have to apply to want your script to be remarked or to be rechecked so that we can. There is a fee for this, 25 Rand for rechecking and 105 for remarking and 205 Rand for viewing your examination script. These fees must fall, HOD. I mean, I don't understand why learners must pay. We have a script, 205 Rand over.
It's to pay for the markers.
Yeah?
It's to pay for the markers.
What about the viewing of a script? Just to view. Okay.
You must pay the worker.
Okay. Let me not advise COSAS to do something. Okay. Maybe we must volunteer this aspect. So these are the fees, as I said, it's 25 Rand for rechecking, 105 Rand for remarking, and 205 Rand for viewing of an examination script. But candidates that are coming from no-fee paying schools and whose parents have applied that they don't work, I'm told they're exempted from this payment. At least it covers that aspect. So we want to take this opportunity to call upon all our students that have failed matric to take care and be wary of schools that are offering them courses that are not accredited. During this period, we are inundated with fake schools and fake colleges. And we are urging all these learners, if you are not sure the college is registered, please call this number, 0800 000 789. 0800 000 789 to check whether that school is registered or not. But I can assure you that's the same call center for our waiting list parents. So good luck if you can go through that number. We are quite convinced that tomorrow our schools will start on time and we'll be in a position to provide schools. Our schools will be in a position to provide learning on day one. Almost 90% of our schools. It's only 10% that are going to go through difficulties purely because of the logistical nightmares that I've just outlined to you. So we want to welcome those that are coming to Gauteng for the first time, that Gauteng is a province of hard work. So you don't bring your child to Gauteng and dump your child and go back to your province. You must guide that child and give all the support that is needed so that all these particular children can go through proper education and give us the results that you want. I want to stop there, Prince, and thank you so much for your attention. Truly appreciate it.
Okay, let's open up for questions. I think colleagues from the media, you know the drill. The organization you represent, your name, and your question. And we'll start with the first round. Who wants to shoot?
With no intention to kill.
Let me note you. Now, Mama. Two hands.
There's a
sensitive value. the third one there. Can we start with that? The fourth one here. We start with that around ABC.
Okay.
Can we start with that?
Hi, I'm Jennifer from the Citizen newspaper. I just want to ask, how safe are these facilities for students that are going to school tomorrow? Are they still pit toilets in Gauteng schools?
Pit toilets.
Safe, you mean safe in terms of infrastructure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Number two.
Didn't have. We only had
Confident collective from the Foundation News. It's probably a question that will need, I don't know, maybe you guys have picked this. Can you give us a list of areas where you're saying that you won't be able to place kids at all so that we are able to publish those?
Yeah.
And those that still have space, names and so on, so
Okay.
that we're able to.
Oh, good. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay. Number three, thank you. Yes, sir.
IBC, you mentioned that there'll be walk-ins and, in essence, the chance for people to call in as well. Does this mean that online registration will still be available, or is that system being cancelled?
It closed last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take number four.
I think
You're covered. Okay, let me see. Maybe let's respond to that.
Jennifer, we don't have pet schools or bucket toilets in Gauteng. I think in the history of Gauteng, we had only 2 pit toilets that were closed. And I normally see when they report about pit toilets, they still name those 2. But we closed them long time ago. The list or our area where you can say a school is using toilets that are not appropriate. We call it your VIP toilet or
mobile toilets.
Mobile toilets in areas where we are not connected to the major ablution system. And I know that 2 areas around the Brongospruit area and also one area in the West End, because the municipality has not connected us to the main sewer system. But we don't have pit toilets. We are one of the few provinces that are meeting what you call the minimum standards on infrastructure. The only problem that we have is the asbestos schools. With how many schools?
We had 17.
There are 17 schools that are asbestos schools, but we have budgeted for their eradication. What we have done is Gauteng. We have gone to the private market, borrowed money, and we're in the process of getting that money so that we can eradicate completely all these schools that we believe are not needed in Gauteng. There are some schools, when it's mentioned and says in Gauteng, you'll be embarrassed. So we don't want to be embarrassed. So we are removing all those schools. We've went to ask for almost 8.5 billion rands. Yeah, we got permission to borrow 8.5 billion rands. We've given ourselves until, say, the next 5 years, so that all these schools, mobile schools, your asbestos schools, we can remove them in Gauteng. So we'll give you details later, they say, when that program is finalized. But we don't have pit toilets. And I know some in the opposition and some who fight with me in Twitter. When they don't have answers about the good things we are doing in Gauteng, they will quote pit toilets, say soft pit toilets, as if you can't teach while you are resolving those problems. So we are fine with those ones. Jacaranda, thank you so much. I think you will assist us because parents must know which schools are full. We've got that long list. I'll ask the team to give to you, and we also have the list where we still have spaces. But I can tell you, majority of those schools are in the townships, where we still have spaces. But we can give you that list. I think it will assist us to deal with these things. Well, the walkings, we are just doing them because people have excuses on something that is not. I mean, if we have 300,000 parents who applied online, it's quite clear where did they get that information. If somebody said I was not aware that there was online registration, how did 300,000 parents know there was online and you don't know? So we're just satisfying because people just want to criticize us. So we're just satisfied that in the online registration closed, Anyone that we are registering through walk-ins now, they are going on the reserve list. The priority is the parents that used the online registration by yesterday. Those are the one that we are prioritizing. So the one that are coming today, that will come tomorrow, they must know we'll start to place their children after we finish those that have applied online. But they can come and we'll take the details down. That's what we're going to do, so that we can resolve whatever that we need to attend to. We are quite happy that our online registration has won 2 awards, both provincial awards and national awards. So you can't say something of that magnitude. It's a fly-by-night. It's a program that we really believe this year we need to put a team to check whether we can expand it to other grades. It's just that it's too much, it's too heavy to expand it to other grades. And I have people that, and that's my problem sometimes, people like a certain journalist at the SABC who applied on time, got the space on time, but they're keeping quiet when people are taking answer. This thing is not. They didn't use favoritism. They just went there and got registered, and their children are going to school tomorrow. And that demonstrates efficiency, and we didn't know she applied. But you've got 300,000 parents that went through this process, and the process was smooth. By May, they knew their children were placed. They bought uniform and other things. So people that wants to come now and say, place our children, we will place them, but unfortunately you have to wait, because you waited as well. So you have to wait until we place your child when we have space. Can we leave it there, Prince?
Okay, I think we can leave it at that, but just one last thing for tomorrow. Program, the MENZI program where the MEs and the premium is going to be. Our tour tomorrow starts at 20%. So we expect you colleagues to arrive at 7, because if you are not there, you're going to miss out on the issues that the MEs spoke about, the state-of-the-art facility of the school. Also, before you leave, come and take the list of deployments of the different MECs to the different schools. Let me also thank you very much for coming through. Thank you, MEC, HOD.
Thank you.
Let's close it there. Those with interview requests, let me see this one that we have.
Make that difference.
Sure, including, okay. All right. Thank you very much, colleagues.
That's Mr. Panyaza Lesufi, who's just taken first prize in terms of his province's results in terms of matric last year. I see he's starting with preparations early on in the year. He probably might be gunning for a double at the end of next year, but that's one to follow right there. Quite encouraging, and encouraging parents out there to start looking at the schools that still have openings as more of the schools. He says it's only the township schools that mostly still have openings, but most schools are now fully subscribed to